No relationship is perfect, but for the most part, a good relationship makes you feel happy, secure, respected, and free to be yourself. When you're in a healthy relationship, everything just kind of works. Toxic relationships, instead, are another story. A toxic relationship can negatively affect your happiness, self-esteem, and sense of purpose and security. The worst part is that relationships can start healthy, but bad feelings and long-term unmet needs can aggravate, polluting the relationship. In other words, toxicity generally arises over time, and because of this, it can be hard to recognize an unhealthy relationship when you're in it. To help you with this, in this video we will outline 4 key signs of toxicity in a relationship, and at the end, we will give you some basic tips that will make you better equipped to find the right solution. Ready? Let's start with toxicity sign number 1. Passive-aggressive communication. Passive aggression is a pattern of indirectly expressing negative feelings, such as anger or annoyance, instead of openly addressing them. This means that instead of saying something outright, your partner regularly tries to nudge you in the direction of figuring out what's wrong. Passive aggression is a symptom of the fear of conflict. Unfortunately, it makes it much harder to reach resolution and closure because the anger is always simmering, never rising to the surface to be confronted. That is why passive aggressiveness is one of the most toxic behaviors in a relationship. It is nothing short of an indirect and dishonest form of manipulation. When your partner resorts to passive-aggressive tendencies, even asking them about their day might be hard, let alone grow close as a couple. This creates unnecessary drama and drains your energy because you feel you are constantly walking on eggshells and must be able to correctly interpret the cues left by your partner and act upon them in order to avoid the next argument. Toxicity sign number 2. Extreme jealousy. There's nothing wrong or toxic about feeling jealous. We are all human, and we have all felt jealous before. However, jealousy can become toxic when your partner can't bear the thought of you talking or hanging out close to another person that you may find attractive, or whom may find you attractive. This can lead to toxic behaviors, such as checking your phone or emails behind your back, telling you what you can or cannot wear, or becoming overly upset when you don't immediately answer texts or calls. In return, you might start no longer feeling comfortable in having a normal social life, because your partner wouldn't be pleased. Now, some people may think of this as some sort of display of affection, figuring that if their partner isn't jealous, then that somehow means they don't love them. However, this kind of behavior is just toxic and controlling. It is also demeaning. If your partner cannot trust you to be around other people, then it implies that they believe you are not honest, or are incapable of controlling your impulses. Toxicity sign number 3. Too much negativity and blaming. We all have bad days, but if your partner makes no effort to improve their situation, and you feel that they are dragging you down because you're the closest person to them, that can turn the relationship toxic. Negativity is also dangerous because it leads your partner to magnify your faults, being these real or imagined. Now, it's okay for your partner to have some down periods from time to time. No one is always happy or growing, but they should be working on that, while getting support from you, and not putting the weight of their negativity on your shoulder. If they are always blaming someone else for why things aren't going well, whether that person is you, their boss, or their dog, this will inevitably affect your quality of life, and resentment will build up. Instead, your partner should be responsible for their own happiness. Being in a healthy relationship means owning your feelings and working through them, not pointing fingers. And at last, toxicity sign number 4. You feel forced to ignore your needs. If you find yourself having to go along with whatever your partner wants to do in order to avoid a conflict, even when it goes against your wishes, that is a sure sign of toxicity. Maybe you've put your old hobbies on the back burner, or quit doing things you once found fun because your partner did not have the same interests. Or maybe you have given up on the goals you had before the relationship because they do not resonate with your partner. Well, know that your partner should encourage you to pursue your interests and goals no matter what. If you have a partner who is controlling or demanding, you might wake up one day and realize that you've neglected everything you used to love doing. A jealous or insecure partner may in fact try to stifle your passionate mind in order to keep you where they feel they can maintain control. If this sounds like your relationship, realize this is unhealthy. Happy relationships help the people in it to move forward and progress, rather than stagnate. Needs are personal prerequisites to happiness, and your partner should never lead you to believe that your needs and wants are unreasonable. Now, if you recognize that you're in a toxic relationship right now, you might be wondering whether you should try to fix it or just leave. Firstly, remember that the decision whether or not to leave an unhealthy relationship is entirely up to you. That may sound obvious, but many people trapped in toxic relationships forget they have a choice, or are more concerned about their partner's well-being than their own. If, everything considered, you feel that you should still try to fix your relationship, bear in mind that this is not an easy road. Repairing a toxic relationship will take time, patience, and diligence. But it is doable if both partners are willing to change. If one of you isn't serious about making the relationship better, well, that's your answer. To do so, you should both display an attitude of openness and willingness to invest in making the relationship better. Recognizing the past behaviors that have harmed the relationship is key. So it is shifting from blaming to understanding by practicing a healthy communication. Be gentle with each other. Avoid sarcasm or criticism, and seek to understand the other person's point of view before arguing for your reasons. Also, make it a rule to be accountable. This means identifying and taking responsibility for your own actions in the relationship. Remember that things won't change overnight. It might take months, or it may never work out. But the key is that the two of you start working together on being flexible and patient with each other as you grow. Now, we are at the end of this video, so if you are serious about taking your relationship to the next level, don't forget to like and subscribe to High Living for more great tips on how to level up your life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.